and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to tell you all about why I moved from a DSLR to Sony mirrorless. So 2019 I think was the year mirrorless really exploded, and I was like, what is the hype all about? So I hired one, and initially what I really didn't like about it is what I love about it now. And as a wedding photographer, mirrorless is definitely the way forward, and I'm going to tell you why. So one of the many features about the Sony A7III is the auto eye focus, so your faces are always in shot. This is great for confetti and shots where there's loads going on, because it really helps get the face in focus rather than just one super clear piece of confetti. So this is great, so it locks onto the eye of a person and it has it in focus. So as a wedding photographer, the standout shots that people remember are the emotional ones. So the laughter, the tears, the quick, the candid, the spontaneous. And these are moments you can't repeat. So you only get one chance to capture these. And they're the shots that really make the difference between a couple just liking their gallery and absolutely loving it. So I really love this feature of the Sony. So the biggest fear of any photographer, and especially wedding photographer, is losing your images. Touch wood, it's just not even worth thinking about. And with the Sony A7III, you do have dual card slots, and I could not imagine shooting a wedding without dual card slots. It is so important that you record to 2 memory cards, so you have that security, so you have that backup of it recording to 2 memory cards. Weight. So this was a massive game changer, and one of the main decisions I moved across to mirrorless is the weight. So the DSLRs are chunky, beastly things, and they are so heavy. Mirrorless, this particular one by Sony, is actually a quarter of a pound lighter. And when you are shooting at a wedding day, you are carrying 2 bodies with you all day. And that's a lot of weight to carry on you. So it works out half a pound of sugar that you're carrying around less of you on a wedding day. And bear in mind that weight is going to your shoulders, to your back, to your hips. So immediately I could tell the difference with the weight of it when I'm shooting. But for me, the biggest game changer and what sells the Sony to me every single time now has got to be the eye viewfinder. Now initially, I'll be really honest, I hated this aspect of mirrorless. It kind of freaked me out. I thought it was a bit weird. I'm so used to kind of looking at a viewfinder and just seeing real life, and then seeing it in a kind of digital format was a bit strange, and I was initially like, ooh, I don't really like that. But now I couldn't shoot without it. It's also really good if you are a beginner photographer, because you can see exactly what you're shooting. You can see your exposure, you can see what your aperture and your ISO looks like to live time, which is really helpful. So you know exactly what you're shooting every single time, so there's no surprises, and you're not wasting time by doing test shots constantly, because you can see exactly what you're shooting. When you're shooting a wedding, things are really unpredictable, so you're constantly moving around and you need to adapt quickly to different lights. So the electronic viewfinder in the Sony is amazing. Unlike most DSLRs, the eye viewfinder in the A7III shows you in real time exactly what you're shooting. So you know exactly what your final shot is going to look like. So you're saving so much time. Another advantage as well is silent shooting. This is great if you are in a scenario when you need to be a little bit quieter because you haven't got that mechanism inside which is noisy. I switch to this sometimes if I'm in a setting that I need to be quiet and unobtrusive, and this is super handy. So there you have it. Those are my top tips and reasons why I love shooting the Sony A7 mirrorless. I hope you enjoy it too. Make sure you test it and try it out, hire it. It is a game changer, and as a wedding photographer, it definitely is a must-have.